On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
A man is a lot of women try to make that a man be the particular man they wanted to be. Case in point, you can't say that majority of women, which y'all say all the time, want 10% of the men, but can't get it. So what do you think the 90% of women that can't get the 10% of the men going to do with the men that they necessarily probably don't want
They're settling.
in the first place?
I spoke to it. They're
not going to suffer. They're going to try to build them into that 10% of man that they couldn't get.
I said they're settling.
Well, they might settle, but the essence of women, what they're not going to do is say, okay, well, I'm just going to be fine with this. No. They're going to try to work with that man and make him into the man to be that 10% man. So who they want.
I honestly, see, the thing about it is that the nature of a woman is to want to always get the most out of a guy in general.
Well, as a woman, I just want to piggyback off of that thing. I think there's three different types of men in that situation, where the woman is making the bread and he's taking a back seat, right? There's a man who has been working, maybe super diligently in other avenues, and now he has a vision and a plan, and he's doing this, and maybe they're at a level where he's able to, focus on his vision and his plan and actually do what he's passionate about because they've already reached a certain level, and maybe, she's technically going to her 9 to 5 still. There is the man who is a leech, who, if he's not living with her, he's going to be living with his parents, right? Like, that's just kind of what it is. Not to discredit anybody, but we're just being honest, woman to woman. And then there's a man that he's not asking for these things. A woman is just doing that because she's maybe really infatuated with him, obsessed with him. Maybe, I don't know, he has the right key to the lock. So I think that there's definitely different scenarios.
I agree with you. There are different scenarios.
But in every situation, it's still not making or building a man.
But think about the women who, because everyone's not like a good person. Some people are very manipulative. Some people seek out the weak to prey on, to be their prey. There are some women that do this. There are some women who look for a man that does not have certain things in order so they can come in and be the savior and build that man up, build up his confidence, build all these things so that she then has control over him. There are women that do that. I know.
Where are these women at? Where are these situations that play out like that? I'm very
Anton, we've already established that you are just an outlier. You don't know.
I'm not talking about me. I'm just saying that where are these situations outside of the movie?
Highly educated women,
where women are building these guys up.
Highly educated.
A lot of women seek out sometimes men that are way below them in certain areas of life so that
no way. It's not even in a woman's nature to seek out a guy that's lower than her. Women don't chase men that's lower than them.
Hold on, Anton.
It's true. I mean,
it happens. I know we're taking a detour, but honestly, I'm saying in these streets, real talk, and I'm just going to use my experience in Atlanta, right? Highly successful, highly educated women would date down, and they would use the excuse of, I see the potential in him, and he didn't slick talked her, sold her a dream, and he gonna be the next Babyface and L.A. Reid, or he gonna be the next Gucci Mane.
That pipe down,
man. It was a lot of slick talk.
That's what it is.
It was a lot of slick talk.
It's not gonna last so long, though.
I agree. And these women, and dig though, these women will date down thinking I can pour in my resources and my nurturing spirit and build this man up. Oh, they exist, bro.
Yeah, but
that's what I don't believe that's true.
Yeah, that's what we call.
I know you don't, but they here.
Yeah, how do you not believe it's true? And you have 3 women telling you what women do.
Right.
I don't understand. We're telling you
because I haven't answered the question.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I ain't answered the question yet.
No, we'll answer.
Dang,
women are telling you what women do.
All right, I see where we going tonight.
Hey, they got their hoodies on too.
Anton, how you feel about people that say women conflate building with a man and building a man?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think that women purposely date down. I think that they settle, first of all, right? In an ideal world, they're always going to be hypergamous. They always gonna want the best option available, but the best option is not available, and so they settle. So it's a difference between dating down, first and foremost, because you have to do that purposely, right? That has to be an objective. They don't want that. That's what they're settling for. Secondly, I think that there's a ton of women that find themselves in a situation where they get emotional, they fall in love because they got the D. You know what I'm saying? Or they spent enough time with a guy that they wind up falling into a situation, but that's not necessarily what the objective is in going into it. So right off the bat, we just gonna dispel this whole idea of they're dating down. They're not.
You don't think any woman is out here like preying on the weak? You don't think that women ever do that?
I mean, you're always gonna be able to find an anomaly here and there, but overwhelmingly, no, I don't.
Well, nobody said overwhelmingly, but we were just saying that it happens.
Right, but we got to speak to the majority.
Yeah, but we were just having
the reason though that I do believe that Kay was speaking to that smaller portion of people is just based off of that situation, based off of that statement, building a man.
Yeah, the question that was asked.
Yeah, that's how it kind of ventured off into like
right. Because that part of it was, can you build a man? Now, is it that the majority of women are out here building men? I don't think so. But since the question was, can you, since part of it became that, that's where that came from.
How can a woman build a man? Half of y'all can't even compete with men to that level and to that extent. How can you build a man?
It's not building a man. Is a lot of women try to make that a man be the particular man they wanted to be. Case in point, you can't say that majority of women, which y'all say all the time, want 10% of the men, but can't get it. So what do you think the 90% of women that can't get the 10% of the men going to do with the men that they necessarily probably don't want in the first place? They're not going to suffer. They're going to try to build them into that 10% of man that they couldn't get.
I said they're settling.
Well, they might settle, but the essence of women, what they're not going to do is say, okay, well, I'm just going to be fine with this. No. They're going to try to work with that man and make him into the man to be that 10% man. So who they want.
I honestly, see, the thing about it is that the nature of a woman is to want to always get the most out of a guy in general.